Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So, we got our Vermont results today. We're going to be taking a look at those results. So, we have the gubernatorial election results. The first up coming we have is, of course, the Democrat primary for governor. And that we can officially say that Esther Charleston is the official nominee for governor, and she will be facing the incumbent liberal Republican governor, Phil Scott. And am I saying she's a favorite to win? No, I don't think she's favored to win. And reason is Phil Scott has a huge, respectable grip in Vermont. People respect him. People like him, despite him being he's not even a conservative. He's a Republican, but he bends the knee, and it's better to have someone that bends the knee to you and that comes from the other side than to pass up that, of course, opportunity, that good opportunity of, as you know, respect with the other side and have that other side be solely against you. So Phil Scott is, of course, keeping the Republican Party more aligned for Democrats. And of course, the Vermont Republican Party doesn't really have a choice to nominate Phil Scott because he's a liberal and he's the only guy who can, of course, win Vermont. There's no other way in handling it. So, in Esther Charleston, she is the co-chair of the Vermont Commission on Women and the former Middlebury selectman. So that's good there. I think she would do her best in Middlebury, but let's see how she performs. So Charleston performed her best in three cities, winning 100%, and I do not doubt that she did very good in Middlebury, but her best performance would be Plymouth, Leamington, and Searsburg. These three cities, she won 100%. A lot of people say, oh, that doesn't really count. Well, Searsburg, I don't know all these cities, very unpopulated. One person voted for Charleston. In Leamington, three people voted for Charleston. And in Plymouth, 12 people voted for Charleston. Okay? And her opponent, Peter Duval, managed to, of course, do his well, not of course, but he happened to do his best in Brunswick, where he performed 100% and won one vote. A lot of people say, oh, the 100% thing doesn't really count. Well, yeah, it really doesn't. But overall, it's a big number overall. Yeah, a lot of people did not vote in this primary. Brunswick, right here in this conservative county, Essex, I want to believe, Essex County. But yes, the city of, yeah, there's some cities that didn't even vote, like Lewis. Like, yeah, very low turnout. 24,000 people for Democrats, 9,000 people for, well, just all together, 9,000 for Peter Duval. Uh, but yes, this is the gubernatorial election there. Let's stretch all the way down. We got Phil Scott, of course, is the will be facing and be a challenger of Esther Charleston. And of course, I'm going to say it, he's going to win in a landslide, of course, like every single year, election year in November. This is like the guy ran in 2016. So he's running, he's been governor for 8 years. And you know how Vermont works? Vermont works basically, yeah, he ran 5 times. He serves 2 terms. He serves 2 terms, well, not 2 terms, 2-year said terms as governor. Yeah, he barely won in 16, 52%, which was ridiculously very well, knowing how Vermont is. He did 55% in 2018. He continues to get better, realistically. He hit 70% in 2022. And now, who knows? He's probably, I don't know if he's going to go down or up, but maybe 70% is the ceiling for him. But who knows? All right. So we talked about the Senate, well, like the governor race. There is a Senate race. We'll talk about that later. It's just no real challenge. Okay. The lieutenant governor's race, we have David Zuckerman. And David Zuckerman, I want to believe, isn't really I thought he was a progressive. Not really a Democrat. A progressive, yes, he's a progressive. He's coming from the more left-wing progressive party here. But he runs under the Democrats. And he did pretty well, 60% over Thomas Renner's 39.7%. So yeah, then again, he did pretty well. Countywide, I mean, Vermont doesn't kind of, it's like Connecticut. They don't really do county results, but they do have counties. Zuckerman did his best in Brunswick, 2 votes. You're just saying that because Brunswick is alphabetically, as you know. This is Burlington. Yeah. Brunswick, right here. 2 votes. And his opponent, Renner, 700 in Winooski. So Thomas Renner, David Zuckerman defeats Thomas Renner in said primary. Let's take a look at the Republican primaries, and it looks pretty compatible. You're going to see John Rogers seize the nomination by 61%, taking on Gregory Thayer, who only received 38.4%. You're going to see that John Rogers did pretty much very well in the said North state of Vermont. That's pretty much where he did his best. While you say Gregory Thayer, he's going to do his best in more southern Vermont over here. So that's probably, who knows, that's probably where he resides. Who knows? Uh, we got Leamington, the city of Leamington, who went to, and these results are dumb, 100% for Rogers, and then you for the Republican nominee. And fair, more respectable result, if you ask me, won Wells by 80% of the popular vote, 76 votes. Yeah, he had more of a challenge here, but yeah, as you can see, 61% voted for John Rogers for the nomination. All right. And that we have just the state legislature, and well, we got some results that really don't matter. U.S. Senate, we got Bernie Sanders. He ran, of course, he's an independent, but Democrat primary, he was uncontested. Republican, I believe it's Malloy. He ran in 2022. He ran in 22. Gerald Malloy won, of course, unopposed. U.S. House of Representatives, I think it's Rebecca Balint. She received 100%. She is unopposed. While the Republican nominee, Coaster, I'm just going to say Coaster, also unopposed. They're set to face each other in November. Attorney General Clark is unopposed. And in the Republican primary, Page is unopposed. They are said to face each other in November. How weirder it gets, the same Page person is running twice for two offices, running in two separate races, the Attorney General race and the Auditor's race. I'm cheating, but whatever. This is Vermont. Yes, regardless, Page is uncontested and for the Republican nomination, set to face the incumbent Hofer in the general in November. The Secretary of State, Copeland Hanzas, is unopposed, facing, of course, Page. I guess Page is running in 3 elections. Boy, yeah, they really like this Page person. Or really, they don't have a choice. So yeah, this Page, Secretary of State, 100%. And no doubt about it, even though this Page person's running in 3 elections, this guy's set to lose. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, it'd be great if he won, but it would be a big deal. But yeah, I doubt that he's going to win. We got the treasurer results. Same deal. The incumbent Pasiak is uncontested, facing the Republican Betchoffer in the general. So that pretty much includes our results for this morning. So what do you guys think in regards of Vermont? Let me know down below in the comments. And as always, see you all in the next political episode.